What's going on, everyone? LA Sports back with another video. And in this video, I'm going to be doing my New York Giants realistic dream scenario for the first 3 rounds of the upcoming NFL draft. Of course, if the Giants do this, I will be one happy camper on draft night. I'm going to keep it realistic, though. I'm not going to say, oh, we're going to get, we're going to land some Jamar Chase at number 11 or Penei Sewell, because that's just not going to happen. So I'm going to keep it realistic, and it's going to be for the first 3 rounds of the draft, and I'm going to be giving my realistic dream scenarios. But as always, guys, please like the video and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Let's get right into the video. All right, guys, so we'll start off at number 11, and for me, I still want to go wide receiver. It's not, we don't need it. We don't need a wide receiver, but the reason I'm wanting to go with a wide receiver in the first round is because of how good the top 3 receivers of the draft are, and that I really like the offensive line prospects in the second round. So, of course, it would be amazing if the New York Giants could land one of the Alabama wide receivers, Devonta Smith or Jalen Waddle. Preferably Devonta Smith. I like him more as a prospect, but either one, they're phenomenal. Take a look at Devonta Smith's numbers in the 2020 season. He had 1,000-yard seasons in 19 and 20, but in 2020, he had 1,856 yards, 23 touchdowns. So obviously he's an exceptional player. One thing is his height and his weight, but of course, the Giants have some taller receivers now, especially with Kenny Golladay. They have a tall target in Kyle Rudolph. The next player, Jalen Waddle. He was obviously injured. He missed a ton of games in 2020, but he did have just shy of 600 yards, 4 touchdowns, and an average of 21 yards per catch. So this is, at number 11, my dream. If we can get one of these 2 guys, it would be amazing. In the second round, guys, I would love if the New York Giants would take the Ohio State prospect, the offensive lineman, Wyatt Davis. I had him going to the Giants in my first 2 New York Giants-specific mock drafts. He's 6'4", 315 pounds. We know how much Dave Gettleman loves his offensive linemen. He takes a lot of them in the draft. And, of course, you need to protect Daniel Jones. Wyatt Davis is a guy who could slide right in right away. He's a phenomenal player. He was, of course, one of the guys to protect Justin Fields in college. He was there from 2017 to 2020. So he spent a good chunk of time in Ohio State. I love Wyatt Davis. I hope the New York Giants get him. I've been wanting him for a long time, and that's why I prefer we take a receiver, or potentially Micah Parsons even in the first round. I prefer the receivers, and then go with the offensive lineman in the second round of the draft. Of course, according to the Draft Network, when the Giants pick, I think it's at 42, Wyatt Davis was there both times, so I selected him. I love him. He's a great prospect, and of course you need protection. I hope the Giants will continue to get protection in the draft with Wyatt Davis in the second round. All right, guys, the next player I want in the third round of the draft, I want the defensive end / edge rusher, Quincy Roche from the Miami Hurricanes. He's 6'3", 245 pounds. He, on a much smaller sample size in 2020, had 4.5 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, and 3 fumble recoveries with 45 total tackles. In 2019, he had a massive season, 49 total tackles, 13 sacks. In 2018, he had 6 sacks, and in 2017, he had 7 sacks. Of course, this guy's no joke. If the Giants can get him in the third round, that would be a steal. Again, in my New York Giants specific mock drafts, the Draft Network thought he would be there, and I selected him in the third round. He is unbelievable. I think he's one of the most underrated players in the draft. So if the New York Giants land him in the 3rd round, that would be unbelievable. I could see him going way sooner than the Giants pick in the 3rd round. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes in the 2nd round, to be honest with you. But the Giants, of course, have a minor, they need to address the edge position. It's not a major thing. They didn't have a really good one last year. They got that guy from Minnesota. He's not going to have a huge impact. But if they can get Quincy Roche out of Miami, he would have a long-term major impact for the Giants at that position on the defense. So I would love if the New York Giants could take Quincy Roche from Miami in the 3rd round of this year's draft. That's all I got in this video, guys. Please let me know down below in the comment section what you think about this dream scenario. Of course, 1st round, Devonta Smith / Jalen Waddle. 2nd round, Wyatt Davis. And 3rd round, Quincy Roche. Let me know your realistic New York Giants dream scenario in the comment section below. Let me know who you would want 1st round, 2nd round, 3rd round, and if you want to, beyond your realistic dream scenario. And as always, please like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already for more NFL, NHL, MLB, and NBA content. We'll see you guys in the next video.